Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I'm Noel. We're a little bit wild, and welcome to the farm. Life over 50. So today we're spraying apple. And it's the oil I like to use. And it's a little chilly out today, but we're gonna go ahead and do it because I noticed yesterday the buds are starting to form and I don't want to spray too late. So this is the oil I like to use. Then I got my copper. The copper I like to use. And then I go ahead and add this one in to the bugs because it's starting to warm up. The bugs are starting to come out. So I just go ahead and use this anyways. And I put it in my little sprayer. I measure everything out and put it in my little sprayer. There's my little sprayer. I just go ahead and read the instructions and I measure it out, and I've had this sprayer for a very long time. I just know how much to put in the sprayer and everything. Then I finish filling it up with water. It's all ready to go, because if you don't fill it up with water, it's too thick for the straw to spit it out and start spraying. Just remember, stay tuned. You have a bonus at the end. Usually I start at the bottom of the tree and then I work myself up. And I do have my gloves on, I got my glasses on. It's kind of dark for me to see because it is cloudy. But I don't want anything to go into my eyeballs. And then I got my gloves to protect me from the poison, and then I got my heavy coat on because it is kind of chilly. Just protect your skin when you're doing this. But this is the perfect time of day to do it. There's no wind at all. There's not even a breeze. And it's a little chilly. So spray the bottom, the base, around the base too. You see me stop right there. I was just fixing the setting, putting it on high. I like to do my trees on high. It goes a little faster and gives out a little bit more pressure. I'll do these 3 trees first. This one is kind of like a Jenny Smith apple tree, and it has big green apples. They're really sweet and good for pies. And then the other 2 are the winter apples, and the winter apples are kind of like the ones that you get for Halloween, and they're like a medium-sized apple. And you can put caramel on them, and they're kind of sweet. They make good applesauce.
I noticed when I was looking back at the video, I noticed Lizzie jumped up in the tree. I didn't plan to bathe the cat today, but after I looked at the video and saw her climbing all over the tree that I just sprayed, she got a bath. So she's okay. No worries. Now you'll see me walking over to my other 3 little apple trees that I just planted last year. They're doing really good. They're just really tiny. You can't really see them in the screen. I do have cover over the one you can kind of see to keep the deer off of them and stuff.
We're going to switch to the other side. We have 2 apple trees in the back, and a cherry tree, and a pear tree. Okay, we are in the back, and we have these 2 apple trees right here, and then cherry. My pear tree is right over there, and I'm at the switch the camera over there so you guys can see. It's kind of a angle so you guys can't see. I'm gonna go ahead and spray these. These are younger trees, but the 3 that I was over there spraying are even younger. So the bigger trees, we don't know how old they are. Went ahead and planted some younger trees just in case, because I really like my apples, and these apple trees only have so long to live, depending, and we don't know their age at all. These ones we do. These ones are about 3 right now, and they're doing really well back here.
Let me stop right there. I was just adjusting the head of it. Notice that it's missing the tree more than it was hitting it. So I went and done this spray type. Apple trees don't produce every year. They skip a year. So this year I will not have no apples, and if they do produce any, there'll be a small amount. Next year they'll be loaded.
Hey everybody, this is my little pear tree. but it has given me 3 pairs. It's a surprise last year, so I don't think it'll give me any this year. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it down. Now the fruit trees are sprayed down for a little while. What I like to do is I spray them down right now, and then when the flowers come, I don't have to spray with the bees. I hate spraying with the bees on the flowers because that's just, they're pollinating, and we get a whole bunch of bees around here, and so we just let them do what they want to do. I wait until the fruit is on. Especially with the apple trees, it's about a little bit so I can see the apples, and then I'll go and I'll spray them lightly. I don't want to overspray because it just burns up the leaves, makes little spots on the leaves. And so I'll spray lightly just to kind of keep the bugs off, and then I'll spray right in the middle of summer. I'll spray a little bit more just to kind of keep the worms off them, because the worms come a little bit later. So I'll do that. But yeah, those are my fruit trees for the year. And little Lizzie, little barn kitty, out here pestering me. She loves following me around. Now she's looking at me and playing with me. But yeah, she likes following me around and pestering me and be in my way. Remember, stay tuned, I do have a bonus. Okay, everybody, I'm going to introduce you to the chickens. I have about almost, I think about 15 chickens. She sees the cat. Work really hard, and later on today I get to go deliver a whole bunch of chicken eggs into town. I have this thing that I do is I post on Facebook if I have when I have eggs, and they've been working overtime on the eggs, and it's just the two of us. Decided, well, I'll just do half price and free delivery into town. So we get to go into town and deliver a whole bunch of eggs today. And I think everybody's kind of happy just to have them half priced, and these chickens are kind of like my pets anyways, so not like I'm gonna make, I make a little bit of money. Maybe we'll buy them a bag of worms with their efforts, and I use these guys for bug control. They get to run around and do bug control, and that's the main thing, because we do get quite yeah, this might be Wyoming, but we get ticks and all sorts of bugs up here. So these guys have a job during the summer, grasshoppers, keeping the population down on that. So they don't, since I have the capability to have chickens, I figured, well, if somebody needed some, and instead of them going to waste or anything like that, I figured we'll just do half price and go and deliver some. And I'm figuring also, I'll get your opinion on it. I was thinking about doing like a senior day and put some eggs aside, and the seniors can have some for free. And maybe a Veterans Day, and they can have some eggs for free. Because I know the eggs in the grocery store are a little outrageous, but if you put two and two together, really they're not. Eggs do cost to have the hens, and the heat during the winter, and making sure they're fed right and making sure they're cared right. If you add everything up with the food, the cost of the eggs in the store are really not that bad. But I know it's kind of hard now. Right now, it's just price of everything's going up. So if farmers just like to help out anyways, and that's kind of like the farmer's thing, and I figured, well, I'll just help out with my eggs. And so, but she's one of my older hens, and her nails are terrible right now. You trim her nails, but she'll get out here and start scratching and get her nails down again. But she's been around for a while. But she's also still producing eggs. She's in the summertime. She produces, probably about maybe 3 eggs a week right now. So she's still producing. But yeah, she's one of my favorites. She's kind of like the cat. Follows me around and kind of a pain sometimes. So if you guys enjoyed my video, make sure you like, comment down below. I like feedback. I'm still new at this. I'd like to see on the farm. We're going to be doing gardening pretty soon, and we just got a load of stuff to do. We have to burn ditches, clean up. So this is kind of a busy time of year. The snow didn't help a little bit because it kind of put a damper on cleanup, but we do need the moisture to work around it. So, but yeah, talk to you guys later.